which is everybody in these three tables.
And Your Honor, I'm still reading under the annotations of that particular statute regarding the rebuke
we also presented this, by the way, as a guilty plea, not as an offered plea. And we read a factual basis from something that's not in evidence. It is so highly prejudicial that we all made a motion for mistrial. A rebuke is in order under 17-875, and I think the court in front of the jury can say, and I hereby admonish the state for bringing up these matters that I have just told you to disregard, and the state should not do that again.
Your Honor, what the annotations say is what the law forbids is the introduction into a case by way of argument of facts, not only not in the record, but that are calculated to prejudice the accused. And
all right, Ms. Love, I'm going to give some sort of an admonishment. And I mean, sometimes you need to just, you know, keep your powder dry and not argue every single thing to the nth degree. I've already said I'm giving it. So, I mean, I can grant a mistrial if you'd prefer.
oh no. I do not
Okay,
want a
then
mistrial.
maybe stop arguing at this point.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Whoa, that was different. Let me know in the comments what you think about that.
In terms of her having presented it as a guilty plea, an Alford plea is still a guilty plea, so I don't find there to be anything wrong with her having references in a guilty plea. But, you know, we already talked about the whole factual basis thing, so I won't rehash that. But, okay.
It's getting spicy.
All right, and after I give the instructions, I'm going to ask y'all, I understand that you, the mistrial motions are preserved, but I am going to ask, since I haven't read out yet what I'm going to say, if y'all have any suggestions that you think would further elucidate, clarify, cure anything. I'm going to ask you for that, and if you have them, I would like for you to let me know that, and we can come up to the bench and consider any other further curative instructions, okay? All right, let's get the jury back out.
Will the court prior to
go ahead?
Will the court prior to bringing in the jury, would the court be willing to read the
what I'm going to say? Well, I don't know what the rebuke. I mean, it's probably going to be something to the effect of, after I explain to them what they're not to consider. I also admonish and rebuke you, Ms. Love, to pay careful attention to how you ask questions and to what you put before the jury.
That hurt.
Mr. Harvey wants more. What else?
You had to swallow.
I'll consider it.
You should be banned from asking any more questions ever for the rest of the.
Well, reasonably speaking, though.
That may be going a little bit too far.
What?
But that's already been asked for, by the way. And that the court, in giving these instructions, intends to rebuke the state for asking those, for eliciting that improper testimony.
So, Your Honor, it wasn't improper testimony.
Okay.
It was the question.
Improper statements of the state. That's the whole point of a rebuke. That's the whole point.
And we would ask that the court just, if the court is going to read, that the court reads only what the court initially said.
I rebuke you. Speaking of rebuke,
I will put that factual rendition before the jury as anything this witness admitted to. Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
At the time he pled guilty in 2017, because
I understand.
Your Honor.
Give me just a second. Sorry.
Feel some type of way.
Let me request that the court consider including in its admonition the following language, if the court deems it to be appropriate. Somewhere in there, the presentation of that evidence that I've described was improper and was not in keeping with the law and the prosecutor's ethical obligations. Accordingly, the state is admonished for their behavior and is instructed to refrain from asking or presenting any improper questions or evidence moving forward.
All right. I'll do a little bit of it, but not all of it. What was that last sentence?
I like the first sentence.
I'm sure you do. Instructed to refrain from what?
Refrain from asking any improper questions or presenting improper evidence.
All right. Well, they're not presenting evidence, so.
And
right.
And should conduct themselves within their ethical obligations and
right.
legality.
Thank you. I'm not going to do that.
All right, I got some more.
Got some more? All right. I think this is going to be enough. All right. Let's get the jury out.
Stealing Adams like beans and rice, ain't they?
I mean, do y'all want the witness in here for this?
no, Your Honor.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Have you
Stealing Adams over there tag teaming like beans and rice. You heard me?
or somebody instructed, maybe even Mr. Wright, the witness, to not talk about anybody else's plea to anything? Can Mr. Wright just do that? All right, let's get the jury out.
Them boys go together like beans and rice.
Be in here? Okay.
Your Honor, we do request that the
fine.
witness is present.
Okay.
True.
So I gave y'all an instruction that if this witness provided testimony that was inconsistent with a guilty plea admission, that you could accept that guilty plea admission as substantive evidence against any of these defendants. But then what we heard was that this witness pled guilty in 2017 to that being a part of that 2015 drive-by shooting. But and we heard kind of a factual basis that the prosecutor in that guilty plea had read before the court, or somebody had read before the court, as a part of what Miss Love was asking questions about, and she was, kind of reading it from a transcript. All right, here's the thing, is that guilty plea, as I think you heard this witness say, he entered that because he believed it to be in his best interest to do that. And this gets into a whole lot of kind of legal terminology and legal concepts, but there are a couple of different ways that somebody can say, yes, I'm pleading guilty to a crime.
Lady, get to the point. They ain't dumb.
And one of them is called an Alford plea. It's just named after a case called Alford. But they're essentially saying, I am going to plead and accept that I'm guilty of this crime, but I am not saying that the facts that the state's putting forward are true. I am just saying I think it's in my best interest to go ahead and resolve it that way. So everything that you heard and that is totally legitimate to do that. And let me also say that Mr. Wright, who was representing this witness at the time, he let the court at that time in 2017 know, hey, this is an Alford plea. He's doing the
Alford pleas prove that the justice system is corrupt in the first place, because how could you be proven guilty of a crime that you don't believe you're guilty of, but the court will acknowledge that maybe you really aren't guilty, and the evidence that the DA has actually framed against you just could convince the jury. because you just don't trust the justice system. So an Alford plea and the fact that it was put into effect actually shows the gray area of law being corrupt in the first place. That's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong.
That's because it's in his best interest, he believes, to do this. And Mr. Sledge was under no obligation after his attorney said that to, even if he got an opportunity to say anything else, to say, yeah, what my lawyer said, to add anything whatsoever to that. So I think there was a question about that, and he didn't, he didn't say anything else. He had no obligation to. He had no requirement to. He had no responsibility to. Okay. So basically what I told you about, you can take those facts and those admissions and consider it against him or anybody else in this trial. When it's an Alford plea, you cannot. So none of that I said was actually true.
Is it the job of the DA to get a conviction on a human or to get the right person that did the crime? Which one? So the burden of proof should be actually obligated to be factual before presented to the DA to convict somebody or to get a press charges on someone. It should actually be, they should be held accountable to fact. So we're looking at that to change in law. Just that mere thing right there. The DA's obligated to tell fact or at least be held accountable if they purposely weaponize non-factual statements intentionally to do their job, which they are hindered to do, or else they will lose it.
About what you just heard about those 2017 guilty plea to the 2015 drive-by shooting. Okay. So let me think what else. Oh, and you also need to completely disregard that anybody other than this witness right here, Mr. Sledge, might have pled to anything that had to do with that drive-by shooting. All right. So just entirely erase that from your minds. And I also, at this point, am going to admonish and rebuke you, Miss Love, to pay careful attention to how you ask questions and to what you put before the jury. You should not have put that factual rendition before the jury as anything that this witness admitted to at the time of the 2027 guilty plea. And I'm going to instruct you to refrain from asking improper questions.
If the state feel comfortable with their case, why would they give someone an Alford plea that allows you to actually not claim guilt? So if they felt strong with their case, would they allow an Alford plea to be applied, or would you be denied that option? Or is every person allowed the option to get an Alford plea? I don't think so. So is an Alford plea actually an example of the state's weak case and them taking advantage of the poor or the weak or the people who can't be represented by paid-for attorneys? Ugh. Gee whiz.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
I'm getting worse.
Anything in addition that anybody needs to put before the court right now with regard to those curative instructions? All right. All right. Go ahead, Ms. Love.
Mr. Sledge. Would you tell the jury, just one moment.
Sure.
Come on, baby cakes. That dress nice, but that don't mean you can waste time. I like your dress, but you can't waste my time. Mm-hmm. Mwah. We got things to do. Come on, baby cake.
Whether you are familiar with the person.
Yo, Hilton jumped out the front seat. Hilton hollered, yo, stop the car. I'm going to sit in the back for the rest of the ride. Oh, man, they beefing. They beefing.
by the name of Antonio Sumlin who goes by the name Obama?
I know of him.
How do you know of him?
Just seeing him around.
Have you ever have you ever hung out with?
We probably been in the same vicinity, but I never hung with him. He never been in a car with me. He never nothing like that.
What about Martinez Arnold?
Yes, I know Martinez Arnold.
How long have you known him?
I've been knowing Martinez Arnold. Whoa, it's been a minute. I can't actually tell you how long, but it's been a minute.
Is he a person that you know who also answers to the name Duke?
Yes.
Is Martinez Arnold YSL?
He's an artist of YSL.
Stolen.
And what about Antonio Sumlin? Is he YSL?
I can't tell you yes or no to that answer.
Now, putting aside matters in 2017, as they relate to December 28th, 2022.
And?
At any point, did you make an assertion while speaking with the state through your attorney that YSL is not a gang?
I don't think I made it in that plea agreement, but in 2015, okay, right.
In 2022, December 28th, 2022, at any point, did you assert that YSL is not a gang?
No.
At any point, did you assert that YSL members, that you are unaware of 3 or more YSL members who have committed crimes intended to increase the notoriety, street credibility, and reputation of YSL? At any point, did you make that assertion?
I don't remember.
Is there anything that would refresh your memory?
Yes, if you have anything that can refresh my memory.
What do you believe would refresh your memory?
I can't say. Whatever you have. If I can look at it or go over it, and then I can.
Would looking at 444Y refresh your memory?
Yes.
Your factual acknowledgments, okay. Approaching the witness with 444Y.
All right.
Have you had a chance to review it?
Yes.
Does it refresh your memory?
Yes.
Okay. So at any point, did you assert that YSL is not made up of 3 or more members or associates who have committed crimes to increase the reputation of YSL?
I misunderstood that question because from our understanding, y'all say 3 or more people that commit a crime is a gang.
Why do you keep tying the state's understanding to your answers?
Because that's my understanding. You can't, that's my understanding. When I was arrested, that's what Gator and Dennis, not the state, I'm sorry, Detective Gator and Dennis provided us with, which they probably misled us.
And so when you say that's what they provided us with, what does whatever it is that you're speaking of have to do with your acknowledgement that YSL is made up of 3 or more people who've committed crimes for YSL. What does one thing have to do with the other?
I don't know, Ms. Lord. I don't know.
Is there any part of Section 1 under your factual acknowledgments that you did not understand?
Yes, because I thought just 3 or more people that committed a crime, y'all would consider it as a gang.
Again, let me ask
I
you
didn't
this
understand it then.
question. Is the word gang in Section 1?
That's irrelevant.
Yeah, but it said identify.
I'm sorry, what are you saying?
It said when you identify, it said identify. When you identify gang members, you identify with colors and hand signals. So that's why I took it as a gang.
Oh.
So my question to you is not at this point about you taking something as a gang. It's specifically related to YSL being made up of 3 or more people who've committed crimes for YSL. Is that what you acknowledged in count 1?
Yes, I initiated. Yes.
Okay. So how does what Gaither or Dennis may or may not have said to you, what does that have to do with whether or not you know about 3 or more people who've committed crimes for YSL?
Now it's not looking like he raised sent Thug to jail. Looking like Holmes about to trip up and wind up in jail. Real rap. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you're new, subscribe to the channel.
I can't say.
You also said you've been a member of YSL since 2012. Your memory was refreshed.
Yes, because as it went on, it started as a neighborhood gang. But wait. A neighborhood gang.
What are you saying? Spell what you're saying.
Gang.
Okay. What started as a neighborhood gang?
YSL.
All right.
Oh.
What do you mean when you say gang in that sentence?
You ain't let me finish the first.
I promise you I will, just if you don't mind.
You right.
Can you
Shut
tell
up.
the jury what you mean when you say gang right there?
What it said, gang.
No.
3 or more people.
Keep going.
Nah. But it ain't illegal. You right, cuz. No, you Gucci. It started as a gang that wasn't committing crimes. Then it turned into a YSL record label. And dudes was famous. Well, Young Thug was famous and we was back home. A couple guys got in trouble, but it wasn't for Thug. Yeah, keep going, cuz. My bad.
What?
It's a gang, you say?
No. I can't testify, so it has to be you and your words.
I just said 3 or more people is a gang.
So when you say that YSL started as a neighborhood gang, what is it that you mean? That it just has 3 or more people?
No, we just hang together, and once you the police consider you to be a gang once you in a certain number of people in the group, so they kind of like labeled us. We put our own name on it, but we ain't commit crimes. So you do have to establish that during this time period we committed crimes for us to be a criminal gang. We was just a regular gang, neighborhood, like Nipsey.
Yeah, because, well, I guess, from my understanding, I guess.
So tell the jury what you understand a gang to be. Apart from Gaither, Dennis, or anyone from the state, what is Mr. Antonio Sledge's understanding of what a gang is?
He got to be careful, y'all.
Going to object.
See?
Calls for a legal conclusion by this witness.
No, sir, it doesn't. So I'm going to overrule that. She's asking about his lay understanding of it.
He got to be
My
careful.
understanding of the game was 3 or more people hanging together.
Cat.
That's my understanding. I didn't think you had to be committing a crime to be a gang.
That's a
So
criminal gang, sir.
continue explaining
Good job.
why you said it started out as a neighborhood gang.
Because that was my understanding of it.
Okay. And so then what happened?
Jeffery Williams started a company called YSL the Label. So it departed from the gang.
Okay.
Got him. Stolen. He's going down a fast break. Behind the back. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's going to be on his highlight reel for sure. You're going to see that in the morning on ESPN.
So who all was a part of the neighborhood gang called YSL?
I can't name. In this courtroom, I don't see anybody, but you got a couple of us. I can say I was. I'm gonna say I was. I can't name the other people. I'm gonna stick with I was.
Who started YSL? The neighborhood gang.
I wasn't there when they started. So
Got
I don't
him.
know.
What is your understanding of who started it?
Lady, I'm old and washed up. These young punks started this. I just was trying to be down because I was hungry.
Mondo said he started. He ain't on this case.
Got him. Got him. He's stolen behind the back. Oh, he keeps it for himself. He's on fire. This is similar to Reggie Miller against the Knicks in 19 seconds. He's known to have scored 3 3-pointers.
Why do you mention that Mondo isn't on this case?
I'm just saying. You said who started YSL the game?
Okay.
So
is
Oh, he playing defense. Yo, like Paul George, he a two-way player, bro. He just played defense just now.
Mondo, to your knowledge, also YSL, a YSL gang member?
I don't know. I never hung with Mondo. I don't really even know him.
So
Whoa.
who did you hang?
he claiming he made YSL, though. I wasn't around. But I don't even know y'all.
Hang with as part of YSL, the neighborhood gang?
Well, I guess you could say Stevens.
No.
I don't want to name the other people they did.
What?
I don't want to name the deceased. If that.
No,
okay
it helps
with
our
you.
case.
Is Stevens the only living person that you know of who was a member of YSL, the neighborhood gang?
Yes. Yes.
That I know personally.
That you know of who was a member of YSL, the neighborhood gang?
Objection. That would be hearsay.
I can't think of right now off the top of my head.
Is every person that you hang with or consider a friend or a loved one a member of a gang?
Had they been a member of a gang?
What?
Is everybody that you hang with a member of the gang YSL?
Objection.
I wouldn't say that.
What makes some people a member of the gang YSL and some people not, in your mind?
Objection. Who the hell is he?
Based on what you say. Based on what you tell me.
Yo.
If you told me you were YSL the gang, then that's my understanding. If you tell me you were part of YSL the label, that's my understanding.
Okay.
What? Yo.
That don't mean it have to be true. You just,
Oh, thank you.
you
Thank you.
know,
Is it your testimony that
Thank you.
the only requirement to be considered a gang in your mind is that 3 or more people hang out together?
Relax.
no,
with-
because I thought to be in the game, you have to be whatever they call it, jumped in, beat in, whatever you want to call it.
So that's why I was asking you earlier. Tell the jury what Mr. Sledge's understanding of a gang is. Outside of anything you've heard from the state, tell the jury what your understanding of what a gang is.
I just told you, Ms. Lord.
All right. You said earlier, did you, that it just means that three people are hanging together?
I said that's part of three or more people hanging together, and some other way they said you had to be jumped in the gang.
Sir, did you get this understanding from what you heard the state tell you what a gang was? Or are you going off your own knowledge right now, sir? Because it sounds like you're describing the details of a Georgia State RICO. Is this where you got this knowledge? Can you introduce me to the time period you first heard three people and that gave you the impression that that was a gang? Like you didn't learn this from the streets? You did grow up in the streets, sir. Didn't you? Could you give us what apartments was it you said you grew up? What apartments? Not apartments, my bad. Y'all's is called apartments, right? What apartments you grew up in again? That is in poverty, right? So you mean to tell me you ain't know nothing about a gang until somebody mentioned the number of three to you? Now, could you explain to us when you first heard this concept of three people makes a gang? Did any rapper ever tell you about three people being in a gang? Or what? It sounds like you got this from a RICO explanation.
Why I never consider YSL as a gang, because you don't have to get jumped in YSL to be YSL. A lot of people just say they YSL and run with it.
Stolen.
And then I don't think for YSL, there's so many different people that probably claim gangs. You got Crips, you got Blood, you got GD, you even got what we call them civilians that say they YSL.
Oh yeah, he's smoking.
All that can't even go together as being a gang.
Okay. So given what can't go together as being a gang, just tell the jury what you think, what has to be present.
Bro, this man just dismantled the whole hybrid idea. Man's threw in civilians. Yeah, this boy a genius. This boy a genius. Yeah. Holmes just dismantled the whole hybrid theory. Not only is it not a gang, I mean, it's going too far. It got too many goddamn gangs. And then it got civilians. I mean, like, now put that into the play. The state ain't got no explanation for civilians being involved in a hybrid gang. How that work? Yeah. How that work?
For a group to be considered a gang in your mind.
Objection asked and answered.
Stay.
No, let her roll, Weinstein. Let her roll.
I'm going to show you what the state has labeled and previously provided to the defense, but I will provide again as State's Exhibit 410 Yankee to State's Exhibit 442 Yankee. And I will provide to the defense another copy. They have it already? Okay. Would you take a look at the photographs that are labeled 410 Yankee to 4. Let me actually enumerate. So 410, 411, 412, 413, 414, 415, 416, 417, 418, 419, 420, 421, 422, 423, 424, 426, 427, 428, 429, 430, 430, and tell me if you recognize those photographs. And Your Honor, I did not yet say 425, so not tendered 425.
All right, say, well, it's 410Y through 424Y and then 426Y through 430Y.
Yes.
So besides him and Quindarius Zachary, bro.
I can't see 427. It's blurry.
She need to make something out of these next couple witnesses, y'all, or the whole case crumbles.
Copy of 427. So for now, Your Honor, we won't consider 427 until I present that at a different time.
Yeah, Quindarius Zachary's supposed to testify. Somebody said he might be in the hospital. Yo, the reason why they questioning ain't really working in their favor is because they don't have real witnesses. They got people that really don't want to testify, so they had to frame them basically to get them to go up on the stand. But they don't have real evidence. Real evidence would have forced these people, they wouldn't have been able to dodge testifying properly. Since they don't have real evidence, these pieces won't add to what they need to finish a RICO. Real rap. You understand now? If we was talking about some red-handed crimes, this little bit of testimony would have been damaged.
Have you had a chance to look at 410 through 424 and 426 and then 428 through 430?
Yes.
Yankee? All right.
Yes.
Do you recognize those photographs?
I see them now, so yeah.
Are you depicted in those photographs?
Yes.
Okay. Are they fair and accurate depictions of you at the time that the photographs were taken?
I'm in the photographs, I see that much.
Okay. Are they fair and accurate depictions of you at the time? Okay.
Yes.
Your Honor, the state tenders 410 Yankee, 411 Yankee, actually 410 through 424 Yankee, 426 Yankee, and 428 Yankee through 430 Yankee.
All right. Is there another?
Got it.
Understood.
Are they admitted, Your Honor? Did the court say yes?
Yes, they're admitted.
Okay, thank you. All right. So, Mr. Sledge, I'm going to start out with 410 Yankee. And I'm going to display it on the screen right over your right shoulder.
I can see it right here.
Okay. And if we could just blow that up.
It ain't right. No, no.
Did you have a social media Do you use social media, Mr.
Yes.
Sledge?
Yes.
What platforms of social media do you use?
I don't have like an Instagram.
What is your Instagram name?
I think it's double OG TOUNK right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
What was it in 2015?
Right here it say triple OG TOUNK.
And does right there accurately reflect what your Instagram name was in 2015?
Yes.
All right. What types of things did you post on Instagram?
I post a lot on Instagram. Pictures of me and friends, probably sometime my kids.
Okay. And everyone having different reasons for posting. What are some of the reasons you would post on Instagram?
It's a website. It's an entertainment site.
Okay. Did you sometimes post messages on Instagram?
Maybe.
Looking at 410 Yankee. All right. What message did you post on the picture in State's Exhibit 410 Yankee?
YSL, fuck the rest, love.
YSL.
Fuck the rest, love.
And what is next to the word love?
100, 2 green heart, 2 green snakes.
And how is it that you spell the word immediately to the right of YSL?
How did I spell it?
Yes, how did you spell it?
I told the C y'all and put an X in it.
Why?
Because that's what I wanted to do.
Why did you want to do that?
Why?
So she ready to try to establish that he's a blood, but he already established that YSL ain't a gang by having too many gang members. So technically, if you're trying to say we did crimes underneath of YSL, but I already told you that YSL is not, comprised of real gang members, then how are you trying to say I replaced C's because I'm a blood? Her whole argument is falling apart right now. So she failed to establish that he a real blood, but she trying to establish he is. Pay attention, y'all.
I can't do it.
You can. I'm just asking why you wanted to do it.
There was no reason.
It was random. Okay.
Try to say that boy turned to a blood when he was 34 years old, y'all.
Would you tell the jury who all is depicted in State's Exhibit 410 Yankee for the record?
I can't name all them people right now. I can only name the people I know.
Would you?
Oh, love, won't you take the time out to talk about the people who colors got in this picture? So you mean to tell me this Crip got on red right now and nobody else has on really any green or red? So only Yak. So, I mean, if you want to count these stripes. So if you're going to stick to that C switching, we really going to do that old school type of flavor? That's what we doing? So, I mean, what he doing with red on then? Because he a Crip. And then why these dudes don't got on green or red? I mean, what we doing? If we doing it, we doing it, right?
Would you stand up, being careful, do not trip over the ledge?
Yeah, I got a bad leg.
I don't want you to trip. And point out the people to the jury that you do know and tell their names or what you call them.
I see me. I see Mr. Arnold. I see Mr. Kendra, Shannon.
Would you do me a favor? I'm going to give you this microphone so that you can point out. Speaking to it, though.
Y'all have a laser pointer?
They got the wireless mic now?
We had a pointer.
I mean, a laser pointer would be a better idea than a stick, but either would be better than just...
Your point, I'm not saying I don't know these people.
That's okay.
Me, Arnold, Stevenson. I think, yeah, that's Roscoe. Garlington.
Let's go with where the pointer is. Can you see that white pointer?
That's Garlington.
Okay. Go ahead.
I think that's Pee Wee.
Who is Pee Wee? Do you know his real name? Is it Jimmy Winfrey?
I think that what it is. I don't actually remember. I think that's what it is though.
Go ahead.
Stevenson. Me. I think that's Jeffrey. Shannon.
Okay.
Mr. Kendrick.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Arnold.
Okay.
I can't see who that is.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know who that is. You can't even see his face.
Love is kin to a black family that owned tobacco farms and had strip clubs in the back fields of the tobacco farms. So her grandmother, her great grandmother, all of them thick. They used to work in the clubs. You feel me? Yeah. So she come from a long line of strippers and tobacco pickers. You feel me? You know they gonna be thick. They come on, bro. You know, and she cheating. They eat oatmeal, strip, and pick tobacco, bro.
Can you tell who the person is in the white hoodie to the far left of the screen?
I don't really know him.
What about the one to the far right of the screen?
I don't really know him either.
Okay. Now, thank you. You can have a seat. Thank you so much. Is the date and time reflected on that post April 28th, 2015 at 11:58 a.m.?
I don't see the time, but I see oh yes. Yes, that's the time of the day.
All right. Now, do you have any reason why you posted this particular picture with that particular caption on April 28th, 2015?
I don't have any reason. The person who's over YSL, the label, right there in the picture.
All right.
He have a YSL shirt on.
The person that's over YSL, the label, has a YSL shirt on?
No. I said that Mr. Jeffery, who owns, who's over YSL, the label, is right there in the picture.
Is it your testimony, or you said earlier rather, that Mondo said he started YSL, the gang?
I never said the label. I said the gang. That's what he said. I didn't say he started.
I said that you said Mondo said.
I heard Mondo say he started YSL, the gang. So,
from your understanding, is there anyone other than Mondo who started YSL, the gang?
It is a different.
What I don't want to say because it's hearsay.
I just want to know your understanding of the gang you were a member of in 2012.
Hearsay, I could say Stevenson, they said.
So when you, how did you become a member of YSL?
I just started saying I was YSL. Like I told you, anybody can say that.
Okay.
You YSL too.
Do you know a young man named Walter Murphy who answers to the name DK?
Yeah, I know Walter Murphy.
Is he YSL?
If you say so.
I heard him say it before, so I guess.
You YSL too. According to
Tell the jury who all in this picture that you posted on April the 28th, 2015 are members of YSL.
Do you want me to tell you the people who the label YSL, or you want to tell the people that would probably say they was YSL the gang?
YSL in any capacity, tell the jury
okay,
what people you were referring to when you said
You got
YSL, FUXK, the rest, love.
all right. You got Jeffery Williams. He had a YSL label. You got Mr. Honor. He's an artist. You got Mr. Kendrick. He's an artist. You got Mr. Stillwell, was trying to become an artist of YSL.
Stolen. He this is getting terrible. This boy got 6 steals.
And
YSL in any way, label, gang. Who in this photograph would you consider YSL?
Lady, it's only 6 defendants in the courtroom. And all the ones in the picture, he just told you that they all are part of the artist. Just accept it. You lost. He beat you. Accept it. Only 3 out of the 6 people, only 3 of them is on trial right now. So what you going for?
you confuse me this though, because
He
you had
dusted.
certain people initiated YSL one way, and you had other people initiated another way.
Oh,
So
initiated.
I can actually say, since they not part of the label, and they probably will consider themselves, well, I don't know where Roscoe really was, but he considered himself as the label. So I
Whoa.
say me, probably at the time, I worked it for the label, but I could say, I guess Stevenson, Gunna, they never worked for the label. So, and I told you the other ones, I don't know.
What is the one way that some initiated themselves and the other way that others?
He ain't fumble, y'all. He ain't fumble. I'ma have to say he is respectfully tight-roping. This is he a ballerina right now up on the tightrope. We could barely see him. He up so high, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He is walking the line. This is crazy. Holmes is able to play this line like this. Bro, I'm had to say. Even he going back to jail, but he ain't incriminating nobody, bro. This line walking Holmes doing is bananas.
Others initiated themselves.
He won't go over, though.
Could you repeat that?
Yes. What is one way that some initiated themselves and the other way that others initiated themselves?
I can't say, because everybody just throwing up YSL.
Got her. Got her. Yo, hit her with the old school Madden spin. You remember the one where the dude, he go forward, then like kind of jerk back and spin the other way? It's like a reverse spin. Nobody does this move in real life. It's not a real football move. He just pulled that. Yeah, it's like, wow. It's like 2 steps forward, then 2 steps back and spin away around. It's not right. Yo just pulled the chair out from underneath a shorty. That was crazy.
Did you just tell the jury some initiated themselves one way and others initiated themselves another
I understand everything you say, Ms. Lord. Some of them just throwing up YSL, saying they YSL, and the rest don't work for YSL.
What did you mean when you used the word initiated?
Initiated?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I don't even really. I just was saying something.
He nice.
What do you would?
He fumbled. Remember, I told you that initiation word was tricky. When he said that word, I was like, "Whoa, what he doing?" He caught himself.
You were just saying stuff?
Yes.
Why did you just say that particular word?
I don't know.
Why is your index finger under your nose?
That's the way I decided to take the picture that day.
Okay. And why did you said wiping the nose.
Right.
What does that mean?
Wiping nose. There's no other way you could put that.
Is that a symbol or a hand sign that YSL members frequently use?
TOUNK from the corner.
I guess.
Okay.
He's on fire.
Those 2 green hearts. Why did you choose to post green hearts next to the 100s?
Fumble.
After you said YSL, FUXK, the rest love.
Yeah, she can't guard him.
I guess because I wanted to use the green hearts on the stakes on this post at that time.
Are green hearts emojis that YSL members typically use to represent themselves?
I don't
or
think
to show love for YSL?
To show love, but I don't think YSL the only people that use the green emojis.
That's fair. That's not what I'm asking.
He just spanked her.
I'm asking.
He spanked her. He spanked her. He spanked her.
Are those hearts, specifically green hearts, emojis that YSL members frequently use to either show love or to identify themselves?
To show love.
Okay. Do you know why the hearts are green that YSL members typically use?
No.
Is green a color that is associated with YSL?
No, it's really more the Irish and the Celtics, to be honest. The Eagles. So, I mean, YSL would be like probably like past 1,000 if you was ranking things that green is linked to. You tried, though. Lawn care companies, Olive Garden. Hold on. Starbucks. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, lady. You got a lot of people in front of YSL, lady. So, I mean, what we doing?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Yes.
How long has it been associated with YSL? Since you were a member in 2012?
I don't know. I don't think, because I don't even think the green emoji was on the phone in 2012.
What about the 2 emojis next to the green hearts? What are they?
They snakes look like.
Okay. You posted it, right?
Right.
So what did you post?
I'm telling you, they look like green snakes.
He's starting to get on a roll, y'all. He's starting to find his craft. His character's starting to flow out, y'all. Yeah, he getting comfortable up there, y'all. Now she ain't rocking with him. He about to go viral now, y'all. She helping him go viral. Yo about to go in with some interviews now. Give him a 20 verse 1. Let's go ahead and book it. Book the 20 verse 1. He deserve it. He deserve it. The boy got character up here, man. Yeah, the boy got character, man. I want to be his goddamn his agent, man. I want in on this one.
It's right, though.
Don't let him go to Charleston, y'all. Send him to me, y'all. Come on, y'all. Somebody go down to the courthouse and book him. Somebody go down there and book him before you leave, y'all.
Why did you post 2 green snakes next to the 2 green hearts after YSL, FUXK, the rest love?
I like the emojis, Miss Love.
Are green snakes emojis that YSL members typically use when communicating with one another and making postings about themselves?
I wouldn't say, because I seen LeBron James use the green snake emoji, Kobe Bryant. I don't seen a lot of people use the green emoji.
Understood. I am talking about YSL members.
I guess.
Okay. How many people on your post that is depicted in 410 Yankee actually have record deals or had record deals in 2015?
Objection irrelevant.